Somebody call the ambulance, but not for me. The tack zone needs help, because this is yet another nerf they've given to the tack zone. At least the 205 has half the pierce that it used to have, from 4 down to 2, which makes it laughably bad against just normal rounds like 54 here. Even on a half-decent bend, tack zone doesn't stand a chance against normal density. What they did instead to compensate was they gave the tack zone some attack speed so that it would actually make it more worth it to do 025 in situations where you don't have anything to buff it with. As you can see, now it can be 54 without losing any lives. Same with 55. But in all honesty, no one's ever using the tack zone unbuffed anyways. So the question is 205 still better in max buff scenario as well? Here's a quick test where you give it lots of pierce buffs from the P expertise, alt buff, and sharpening stone. 205 ends up losing about 20 key lives from 98. In comparison, the slower attacking, but much more piercing 025 ends up about roughly the same. So maybe Ninja QB finally achieved the results in making us use 025 tack. For this cover garden run though, we're still going to use 205 because frankly, round 98 is probably the densest round of them all. At least up to round 100. So 205 by all accounts will still perform better against bads and likely DDs. Anyways, how do you start in cover garden again? I guess this 000 Dharma Monkey plus tack is likely the way to go, but then I can't upgrade anymore for the next couple of rounds, so might need to drop towers on the sides. Round 8 here is so close to working, but I can't even change the targeting priority of my towers here. I want to put the sniper on the bench, because if you didn't know, this bench actually grants line of sight over the shrubs. Pretty cool, but unfortunately, we'll just have to do like a limited range sniper in the front over here. Anyways, I don't know about you, but I feel like this nerf is highly unnecessary. At least to like 205 in terms of chimps runs, because especially since once you get to the harder maps, advanced, expert, there are almost no places, no good places, no bends where you can place tack zone. Also, the benefit of going for 205 is that it's an easier build order. 204s are still, I think, way better than 024s, and etc. Also, now that we got the bottom left land uncovered, I think this might be an okay spot for the Chewy turret. Again, you can place it in spots where normal towers can't, so I feel like I could squeeze one in between there. Let's get 203 now, and then slowly build towards, you know, overdrive and then tack zone. But yeah, already not good on advanced and expert chimps maps, and will be even worse now, because the thing is, like, no one's ever going to use 025 anyways, because if you wanted more pierce on something, then you'd probably just go for another tower straight up. So how do we beat 22 here? I wonder if we can do a temporary sharpening stone to hold the line. This essentially doubles the pierce of the 203 tech now, and yep, that looks great. And then for camo, I don't know, I'll just waste money on Everwood Spike, I think. Now, if you excuse me, I'd like to get working on that delicious double discount now. Yes, we're starting really early here. And head for round 28, we'll do a 100 sniper. Yeah, I kind of feel like tack zone now is relegated to just being used for bosses. In fact, I guess this is a bit of a buff for bosses, because you don't really care about pierce anyways, unless the normal balloons spawning will, like, affect the tack zone's damage, which it does sometimes, but assuming that every attack hits the boss, it's a buff, a free buff. What's not to like? Anyways, I think I'm just gonna use money on a Spike Factory this game, because I feel like what's best for tack zone is, I don't know, cleanup. Because this spot, like, while it has a nice bend, it is absolutely terrible at catching the balloons that, you know, get past that bend, which you saw in the test on round 98. That was not good, so I'm not thinking perma-spike. Might be a little too expensive, but hell, the Spike Mines buff I found pretty good last update, so I'm just gonna go on a whim and hope that, you know, a buffed tack zone with a little bit of Spike Factor cleanup can help us beat cover guarded chimps. Now, if we can just hold line a little bit longer, I can go for a 100 for 36, and then I should be able to afford an overdrive by time round 38 comes around. Okay, it looks like we have a little bit too many balloons to deal with. Let's try 110. Nope. I hope I'm not wasting too much money, but 120 Spike Factory? It hurts my soul that I'm not even able to discount this one, because, yeah, 302 or 320 Spike plus out buff is a lot of money to be saved if you're going for a discount village. Anyways, I don't think I can get away with double discounting right now. Let me just go for an out buff early for all these LEDs here. Yeah, double discounting is too risky. I need to go for this overdrive starting round 38. So let's get in the middle of the round. And hopefully that holds for round 40, because I'm not going to be able to buy out buff for this thing. Actually, let's see. Let me re-sharpening stone and let me re-pickle. That should give us maximum damage to round 40. If you guys didn't know, in cover garden, you can't even, like, give Jerry items, because the garden is blocking them. So that's what makes Cover Guard unique to other maps. You have to think in advance. You can't just save money on the fly. Let me just see how close this round is. With that hyper buffed overdrive. Just a little bit off. Actually, what I think I can do is I can glue, right? Okay, road items still work, thankfully. Just you can't give buffs to those items on top. So let me just see. That should buy enough time, right? Nice. And now if you excuse me, 1 discount, 2 discounts. And let's see if I can get the Berserker Brew before the round ends. Come on, beautiful. We got the early game pretty much locked and loaded, folks. Now we just try to save up as much money as possible until attack zone. Actually, probably Camo first. I guess for now, Spike Factory does the job. We've got a window over here where we can upgrade to Raider Scanner and Stronger Stim, so let's do it. Because I'm going single target, I'll do a 4-2-0. So far, so good on our early to mid game. Let's see if I can go for a Spike Balls just ahead of time. I think this defense alone can save up for Tax Zone right about now, but again, even as you saw earlier, even with like getting Tax Zone, that Pierce nerf is going to hit really hard before I have like massive buffs on it. Like, I am going to just wait for my primary mentoring next round, but that's still only +1 Pierce. And yeah, nothing more to say other than that. +1 Pierce, I'm not sure is enough. Like, congrats, now you have a whopping 3 Pierce per attack on the attack zone. If you add the, you know, uptime of the 4-2-0, then 6 occasionally. I guess that's why you have Geraldo then, to get another +1 Pierce, so, I have to wait to round 62 in order to buy attack zone, even though I can probably afford it on round 60. We'll just kind of have to hope that's enough to take us through 1661. I could outbuff the Spike Balls, even go for Spike Mines, but I'll hold off for 1 more round. Okay, actually, not that bad. Let's get Taxo now. And I'm gonna take a risk here. I'm not gonna buy Geraldo items coming into next round. I want to see just how, like, brutal it is against group stuff for myself. Not even Embrittlement, which I plan to drop later. Let's see, though. Here comes 63 wave. I mean, okay. That's actually not as bad as I thought. With the 2 buffs, we have just enough Pierce to be able to handle it. But it's, again, why you don't need 0-2-5. Like, sure, it would help for group rounds like this, but group rounds like this are a small percentage of the existing rounds at the moment. So let's not beat around the bush too hard. Let's just go for our Embrittlement right now. And then I want to try to save for P Expertise. Also, in the same vein as Geraldo items not being able to buff towers under the covered garden, same with Overclock, which is why I'm not going to be going for it in this game. This round's pretty dense, so I have a feeling some stuff might get through. We got a clump of 3B. Yep, look at all those balloons going through. Ooh, I took a huge toll on our Spike Balls. That was 76. Looking good. And at this rate, I actually am able to afford expertise right as the 78 wave comes in, but again, it's just for science. We'll see how leaky the attack zone is. It's actually not too bad at handling those waves. The camos, though, have a different story. Like, the camo village is under... Okay. I wonder how the attack did so much worse against the camo wave, even though it did have camo and the same density. It might be timing of the out buff, because you see occasionally the attack zone does not have the out buff on it. And I think we had bad timing there too, so we're just gonna go for expertise. Get it over with. This helps the 205 immensely. Like, this is a +3 Pierce buff, so let's do some maths. 3 on this, 3 on the out buff, 1 on Geraldo later. But yeah, right now, attack zone has 8 Pierce, which I guess if you compare it to the 10 that it would have been, you know, pre-nerf, it doesn't sound like too bad of a hit, but this basically forces you at this point to go all in the attack zone. Like, again, this supporting tower is pretty costly. 27k just for an extra 2 Pierce. If you dumb it down to the basic support options, so, which I guess is like Sharpening Stone and a Primary Mentoring, it's only 7 Pierce instead of 8. So a 7 to 9 difference. Anyways, we're having a much easier time than I thought. Let's just go for Alpha first on my Spike Balls, or Spike Mines. Just gonna put it in a different window, just so I have, like, options. I don't want to shoehorn all my defense into one side. Data matters, but yeah, what else can we buff the attack zone with? Well, I was thinking Glue Storm, permanent +2 damage. Doesn't give you Pierce, but I think we pretty much maxed out on Pierce buffs. After, I give 1 more Sharpening Stone. I'm cheap, so I'm gonna wait till round 91, so that I don't have to spend an extra 215. Also, I can basically have a 0-2-5 at home. Get this to get a bit more extra range on my attack zone. And I wasn't sure before, but it is now able to attack the BFB is incoming, which is nice at giving us a head start. Very cool. Hell, I could even go for Super Brittle if I wanted to. I feel like Glue Storm would probably be better because Super Brittle, like, it gets you a lot of damage, but I think I don't have a Mib right now, which I need to spend $7,000 for, but I mean, I guess I have the money right now to buy Super Brittle and Mib, so let me see. Here's a pretty dense round 92, but the 8 Pierce Tack Zone, 9 Pierce, sorry, with the Sharpening Stone. Wait, no, I didn't buy Sharpening Stone yet. Still 8 Pierce, and still rocking it. We'll finally go for it now, I think, and I have to decide now, because 95, I won't have any windows to put towers on. You know what, we'll just do Glue Storm. It's a safer option. As you can see, DTs do not get by, because Glue Storm de-leads everything that comes in. This is actually holding off a lot better than I thought. Spike Balls here is like, Spike Mines has barely seen any action since round 40. Only 3k pops. For crying out loud, I barely have even any support options, like Morph Glue or Morph Press. Like, these balloons are running by full speed, and Tack Zone is still able to take it through. I can't tell, again, if this is a testament that Tack Zone really didn't get nerfed all that bad, or whether or not Cover Garden is just a fairly easy map. Because I guess if you ignore the gimmick, yeah, it's pretty long. I can see that. We'll just use this as a flex to see how much money we can bank up here. $56,000. And here we go. Does Tack Zone have the DPS to break down the bad here? Yes, it does. Finally, Spike Ball seeing some DT action. And I think if Spike Ball doesn't clean up, then the expertise has got us. Nice. Now, just as an encore here, I figured it'd be fun to see just how much further we can push the Tack Zone. Again, I doubt it because 102 and higher are just very, very, very dense rounds. But nonetheless, should be fun to see how a max buff Tack can hold off. Maybe I should have gone for Super Riddle. I would love to go for a Homeland, but unfortunately, it's in the wrong spot. And, yeah. Yeah, I probably should have gone this earlier. Let's just see if a Genie can hold us through, which I doubt. That would be nice, though. Nope. Frick it. How about 2 Genies and maybe even a Maelstrom if I'm feeling like the Spike Mines can't tank it all. Yeah, we'll use 1. That's a lot of draw items, but it works, so I'll take it. And alright, quickly, I can't go for Homeland, but I guess Called Arms with Super Riddle might be a more reliable combo slot. I have a Homeland still to work with. By the way, I do have like 6k less to work with this run because I had to remake it. So technically speaking, I probably could have gotten the Homeland by now. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can save up just that much more. It's risky business, but again, we got Called Arms 1.5xing the amount of Pierce that we're getting. I actually probably could have used Super Riddle for this round. Unlucky. Okay, let's time 1 Super Maelstrom very well. How about right here? And come on, Spike Mines. Nice. Got it in time, and there it is, Homeland. It's kind of funny that no matter how many buffs they give to the 025 or how many nerfs they give to the 205, that people are still going to use the 205. Because that's what we've known to love. Also, this round definitely calls for a Reju Potion, because I don't have Homeland to start off. Actually, I might need to use 2 Homelands to beat this, because yeah, this is a very long round. Spike Mines can only tank so much. Actually, you know what we should do? We should probably get some slowdown. Like, we'll get Mamo very soon. I've got a Genie to help out too, but yeah, we need this for sure. I probably gotta use my last Maelstrom wisely. There it is, last one. Nope. I just realized this is a better Genie spot because I can put it under Jungle Drum, so maybe this helps a little bit. Let's see, I think I'll use my, yeah, I gotta use my Maelstrom now. Closer. Also, one thing I forgot to do was glue. Geraldo glued the ZMGs. Even though there already is Glue Storm on them, they do stack. They do slow down the ZMGs. Speaking of which, probably should get more glue at this point too, but we'll deal with that later. Last Maelstrom, by the way. I gotta use it now. Okay, last try for real. Nothing we're doing is working at all. Hell, we even dropped some totems here. Boy, I would love that +2 Pierce back. Or maybe the 10% attack speed is better than what we currently have. Who knows, but this looks good. Let's drop some Road Spikes too to help out. Oh. Okay, I did say last try, but that's so close that I don't think we can stop there. Alright, Maelstrom. And let's Road Spike quickly to end this all off. There we go. That took long enough to beat, so let's finally get those towers I was talking about earlier. More press. And real quick, a Morph Glue over here, which again does stack with the normal glue. Hell, even Relentless, because they buffed that too to stun mob class balloons now, at least the weak ones. Okay, looking a lot better now, I gotta say. So much better that we're actually making the ZMDs go negative speed. Ain't that crazy? I'm pretty sure with the amount of stuns we're seeing, there's a bit of a bug. Because I'm pretty sure Relentless isn't supposed to stun BFBs and above, but I think I'm seeing a little bit of that there. It is supposed to stun DTs, though. Not gonna lie, it's kind of cracked now. Now, I don't actually expect to beat this round because I don't think Tack Zone has enough single target. Especially since I can't overclock it, but we will see. Actually, no, that's actually some pretty cracked damage. Like, I know Tack Zone's best single target, but I thought the scaling of the bads would be a little bit too much, but I was wrong. Nice. Anyways, that does it for me. Let me know your thoughts on the Tack Zone change. Again, without a doubt, a massive nerf to the unbuffed Tack Zone, but I think you can return it to close to its former glory if you just spend like $100,000 in buffs. No big deal. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.